Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is Love and Hip Hop Hollywood Season 1. We've actually gotten to the end. We made it. This is actually episode number 11, but it actually is the finale. You know what? I'm going to say if this was cool. Before we even go into it, this was cool. The season wasn't bad. 11 episodes. It wasn't too long. I think maybe they seen some of the flaws that they had in Atlanta. Love and Hip Hop, because it just went on too damn long. But anyway, a little lackluster though as far as the finale. So next week is actually going to be the reunion. And it looks like it might be a little spicy. But anyway, let's go through this. The first couple we see is the couple that I told you I did not want to see anymore, which is Nia and Soulja Boy. This time, she's fresh off of having the miscarriage and all of that. Now the child done ran into a damn car accident. She had a car accident and the car flipped over twice. It was her and the baby. The baby slept through the whole thing. So the baby is fine. They just had them watching her to make sure she was okay. But the baby was none the wiser. They said she didn't even know anything had actually happened. But I'm just looking, I'm like, Nia, girl, you are just a bad luck bitch, honey. I wouldn't want to go nowhere with her. I wouldn't want to be around her. She's like a Black Widow spider. I mean, just something always going on. But I felt kind of bad for her. But her storyline, her and Soulja, I guess that brought them closer together. They went and got tattoos. But I mean, he has a million other ones. So did it really mean anything? Anyway, I'm not wasting any more time on them. I done wasted 11 weeks on them. The baby's fine. She's fine. They full of shit. Moving on. All right. Ray J and Princess. Child, they ran back through that old scene of him giving her the douche in the pool and getting her monkey ass out the pool. And that was Mona standing in the doorway when she was trying to get in the doorway after he ran on off. And Mona's like, you ain't bringing your wet ass up in here, honey. So they wouldn't let her in. Just a mess. And the thing is, how much did Ray Ray really like her? We seen that bitch in the first, was it 2 episodes? And we didn't see her again till the last episode. So I'm trying to think. Did we see her in the middle? We might have seen her 3 full episodes. I hope they gave you some nice little change for your 3 times that you showed up, Princess. But fuck you, Princess. You didn't add anything to the story. You were just ridiculous and you were nasty. And everything kind of turned out the way it should have been. You got dunked in the pool. Moving on. Berg and Tierra was the next thing. Berg actually put together a showcase for Tierra for her to redeem herself since the big fiasco with old fat ass Sincere and his old punk ass. So they talked about that a little bit, and then they actually talked about the fact that Masika and Berg are now a couple. And Tierra was like, Berg's crazy. It's like first he's buying me roses and chocolate and all this kind of carrying on. Now he's going with Masika. That's how he do, honey. He's a damn pussy hound. That's who he is. Nasty little boy. And I just don't understand it. I keep looking at him and I keep saying, why am I not seeing what these people are seeing? I just see a little boy, and honestly, he just looks like a nasty little boy that plays with himself and bites his fingernails all the time. Child wouldn't have him touch me. I would karate chop the shit out of Berg if he tried to touch me. Just horrible. Them little nimble fingers and them hands and them little feet and everything. Anyway, moving on. They also talked about Ray and Tierra. And she was being honest. She didn't want to admit that she wanted her man back. But, Berg was like, girl, you feeling that. And that's all there's to it. And it's the truth. It really is the truth. She got a soft spot for Ray Ray. Child, she know he a punk, but she likes him. And they don't have too many issues. He just got tired of her whooping his ass because, he can't whoop her. So, if this is going to work, You can't just keep whooping his ass here just because you can. Anyway, moving on. Omarion and Fizz got together, and Omarion's like preaching these life lessons to Fizz, and they're talking about the music, and they're supposedly, I guess, going to collaborate on something. Whatever. I don't know what Omarion. I guess Omarion's trying to help Fizz out. Fizz does absolutely nothing for me. Absolutely nothing for me. I think he's ridiculous. Running around trying to find a babysitter for this baby. That's all, because that's all I've gotten all season. I've gotten that you've been running around trying to find some motherfucker to babysit this baby. You got a nanny. You got a nanny. Get on out of here. Stop trying to sell the baby up front. You know, it's not, you're getting in a relationship. The relationship is really about you. It's really not about them coming in and playing mommy to that baby. And I've gotten really tired of it throughout this season. And I'm like, and I hope you don't think that Nikki, plastic titty Nikki, is going to be playing mommy to no baby. Because she not. She not. Go to suck on one of them titties and get some fix-a-flat in your throat. I mean, nobody's trying to do that. Nobody is out looking to be a step-parent. No thanks. Don't nobody want that. Anybody that want kids, go fucking have them. But that's all I see from him. He irritates me. And as far as musically, what for? Anyway, moving on. Omarion, and that's the other thing. Who the fuck said Omarion had all the motherfucking good advice? Really? Really? He gets on my nerves playing Mother Earth too. But anyway, he gave him advice, told him, you need to be nice to Moniece. Stop fighting with Moniece, and y'all could work it out where y'all could co-parent, but you got to be nice to her. She's crazy, so don't play in her crazy. But the only problem with that is, like I said earlier in the season, he enjoys her crazy. He enjoys it. I think it makes his little ding-dong hard when she starts screaming and acting all crazy. Some people really get off on shit like that, and that's what I see. When the worse she acts, I think the better he likes it. He likes to be able to say, she's crazy, this, that, and the other. I think he gets off on her crazy, but whatever. There were another couple. I don't need to see them come back either. Neither one of them motherfuckers. But he went down to the beach, had the nanny, talked to her. Literally, there were a lot of shit. She actually made a comment that a few months after they broke up, the breakup was so bad that a few months after they broke up, he had her convinced that she was a lesbian. See, that bitch is crazy. She's crazy. Can somebody explain to me in the comments, if you like, explain to me how the breakup with your man is so bad that it makes you want to suck pussy? Can somebody tell me how that works? Because I'm going to tell you, the breakup with mine, it was bad. But I ain't sucked the pussy yet, and I am not interested. I just don't get it. I'm like, what is this? These are excuses for things that you wanted to do. If you wanted to play lap liquor with a girl, you played lap liquor. Don't you blame that shit on Fizz. That was your shit, Moniece. That was your shit. You wanted to go deep sea diving. Don't you put that on Fizz, honey. What was it? You looked down one day and thought he was having such a great time that you wanted to have a great time too? But don't put it on that the breakup was so bad. People kill me with that craziness. People do homosexual acts because that's what they want to do. People do lesbian acts because that's what they want to do. Here we go, because I can feel the soapbox coming on. Stop all these excuses. You're doing what you want to do. Period. Now own up to your shit. Stand in it. If that's what you want to do, okay. If you want to take it as a lifestyle or whatever and be gay, go be gay. Stop blaming it on people. It ain't nobody's motherfucking fault. You either are or you're not, or there are people who actually do choose to be. They want to play around. That's fine. Then say that. But don't try to go get an excuse. Oh, I got molested, and this is the one I hate the most. Oh, I got molested and then it made me gay. If you didn't like it, why in the fuck were you so apt to go back and do it again? It's nothing but a cop-out. Gay don't get no less, where people don't excuse it because you got an excuse. Okay? Gay is always going to be gay. It's always going to have its issues. There's people that don't like it. There's people that don't appreciate it. It's going to be the same. It doesn't matter what excuse you use. And I'm getting off of this soapbox. I don't feel like talking about this. That's a whole nother video for a whole nother time. But again, stop making them goddamn excuses about these homosexual and lesbian acts. You motherfuckers are hobnobbing and carpet munching because that's what the fuck y'all choose to do. And that's it. Stand in your shit and keep it moving. Now I'm getting off my soapbox, but I'm bump and let's move the fuck on. Thanks. And got me hot. That bullshit. Anyway, moving on, and this is gonna make me hot too. Fucking Hazel E and her funny looking ass. She done met up with Nikki. Now she wants to talk to Nikki all about Masika and all of this shit with Berg. That bitch literally has walked around for all these weeks and she's just like an aunt that I have. Any motherfucker that will listen to her about that bullshit, she will tell. And she started from the beginning. Anybody that'll listen. It don't have to be nobody that have nothing to do with nothing. That bitch would probably stop one of the Golden Girls and start trying to tell them about motherfucking Berg and Masika and Tierra. Any motherfucker that'll listen, she start going into that story. We are so sick of that goddamn story, bitch. Everybody that moved on. Tierra done moved on. Masika done moved on. Berg done fucked 92 bitches since you started telling that story. Ridiculous. Anybody that will listen, she'll tell it. And then the bitch is always looking for an ally. And I don't know why you looking for Plastic Nikki for an ally. Because darling Nikki, if shit break out, you see that bitch go to hide behind folks because she don't want nobody to sock her and her motherfucking cheek end up down on her goddamn, up underneath her goddamn chin. She ain't fucking around. Nikki is not the one for backup. Trust. You fucked up with the one for backup, which was Tierra. You dumb bitch. Anyway, so now she done got all that together. Nikki said, oh yeah, I got your back. Lying bitch. Talking about, yeah, go ahead and approach Masika. Go ahead, stupid. And she did just that. She went on up, met up with Masika. Masika came in, that bitch was beat out in black leather. She looked good. I told y'all from the beginning that I told y'all she was an opportunist and a hoe, and that she didn't sit right with me, and I thought she was shady, and she proved to be all of those things throughout these last 11 weeks. That bitch ain't shit. Okay? She is out for what she can get. Hey, it is what it is. At least she's staying up in it. That bitch will do something strange for a little piece of change. Ain't no problem. And Berg is the next one up on the totem pole. He getting something from her. She getting something from him. They happy. God bless somebody. But anyway, Masika went up in there. She literally let Hazel have it. Hazel was still going on. She's beating that dead-ass horse again. And Masika was giving her, girl, listen. Nobody cares, bitch, you're old. I mean, they always throw the same reads at her. You're old, you're stupid, he wasn't your man, bitch, you're delusional, you're crazy, bitch, you can't rap. He took the song because what then you was going to do with it, bitch, it was horrible. You know, same shit over and over. And the bitch just is not getting it. Just not getting it. Just dumb. Dumb. I said, oh, I'm so sick of her. I just wanted to throw a brick at her. She's ridiculous. Anyway, fuck Hazel. We're done with her. Moving on. And you know what? That bitch better not try to tell that motherfucking Berg story next week at that goddamn reunion. I'm going to jump through that screen and smack her goddamn lips loose. Ridiculous. Sick of hearing it. Anyway, moving on. Tierra's showcase. Everybody was there. That goddamn Sincere had his ass there, and he was like, you know, if she's good, then, you know, then she'll have redeemed herself, and I'll be all in. What? Nobody cares, you funny dressing motherfucker. You animal print jacket wearing, tight top, whatever. Anyway, he's ridiculous. He needs to be on board, though, because if he can get her bookings and stuff, then I'm all for it. We need all that for her, because she is talented, and she needs all the help she can get to push her forward. But she went ahead. She looked good. She sang her ass off. The song that her and Berg did is really good. Really good. It's called I Deserve. by Tierra Marie. It was really good, and she really did sing the shit out of it. I was really proud of her. I really was. It sounded really good. Ray J showed up and brought her a gift. It was backstage. She went on backstage afterwards, and it was there. Here it was, a nice piece of designer luggage. And of course, they knew what it was all about. They told her, I'm so sorry. This is what I should have done in the beginning. This is how I should have returned your bag to you. Yes, you should have, motherfucker. And she was giving him very much of that. But then they made up and they were kissing and stuff like that. And I just thought she threw herself at him a little bit too. She was ready to fuck him. She was like, okay, good. Let's be back together. You want to put it in now? She was really, really ready. I was like, girl, you got to hold off a little bit, honey. You don't jump back in like that. You got to play it a little bit. But anyway, she's very happy with him. And that's where they left us off at, that them two had actually, pretty much patched it, got back together. Omarion went down to Atlanta, had a really good meeting with Rick Ross. He's getting ready to release his first Maybach Music album, and the single that they were playing a piece from of his didn't sound too bad. Again, like I said, I don't know what you're getting ready to do with Fizz, but you probably shouldn't. Moving on. Anyway, last thing we saw of Moniece, Fizz, Moniece, and the baby were all playing on the beach. That baby has a complete disconnect with her. He knows who she is, and I know this so well, because it's the same thing with my kids. They know who their mother is. They respect her for who she is, but there's a disconnect. There's a disconnect. It's like, bitch, you just show up. You want to snap pictures of us on your phone like we're museum pets, and then, bitch, we might not see you for another 2 years. And there's a disconnect. I don't understand it, and it's bad because it really it confuses the children, and you're trying to do the right thing, because what is the right thing? When a parent is around and you've adopted, or the parents are separated out, same thing. When one parent is not visual, if you make the decision not to let that parent in, you feel like you're hurting the child, but it's actually hurting the child anyway, letting that lackadaisy, lackluster ass motherfucking bitch in, because here you come for a week or two, then you go away, bitch, and I'm left to clean up the motherfucking pieces. Now, that's kind of been my situation, but I see the same thing with Fizz and Moniece, because Moniece ain't all that motherfucking interested. And you could tell, bitch, you ain't spent no time with that baby. That baby don't know you, bitch. He know what your name is. He don't know your address, bitch. He don't know your phone number. Same thing. And my kids are a little bit older than that baby, but I've been through all that, And again, what do you do? What do? You don't, because the kid will resent you. See, that's the other thing. It's like a double-edged sword. The kid found out later, oh, you kept my mother away from me. The kid will resent you. You're just kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place trying to raise somebody else's motherfucking baby. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. And the other thing is, why is it, and I'm going to leave this alone, why is it that when you're the parent that's not there, why they always got an issue about what the fuck is going on? Always got a motherfucking issue. And they have an attitude. It's like an attitude is planted. Who is your fucking attitude with? Bitch, you're not here. Nobody threw you out. You're not here. Like Moniece has this constant attitude. Like somebody got to go over. Like people have to appease her. That's what she was doing with that child that he was dating. I can't even think of that bitch's name right now. I ain't even think of that whore's name. Amanda. That's what she was doing with Amanda. Where do these attitudes come from? Crackheads. Displaced parents, motherfuckers who have just walked the fuck away for whatever reason. Where do those attitudes come from? You are the motherfucker that's not in the child's life. So where did the attitude come from? Child, bye. Anyway, I really wore this soapbox up today. But anyway, getting off the soapbox again, but that was basically it. That was all that went on. Like I said, there was just little things that went on. It wasn't like a big finale, but I guess it was cool because it did wrap up the stories and everything like that. We're going to see what actually happens next week in the reunion. The reunion does look interesting. So And, you know, I don't do the social media. I do social media, but I won't talk to you all about the things that I see in social media during the review. I only review what is actually on television. So I know you've heard some things about what's actually going on with these people, you know, good ass whoopings and black eyes and shit like that. But we'll talk about that after the reunion. So thumbs up or thumbs down. You guys know how that works. And I apologize about getting in my feelings all with this, but they tapped me a couple different places there. Had to take a little walk up on the soapbox. But whatever, you guys know how I do. So leave me comments for whatever questions I've asked or anything that I've said that you have something to say about. The floor is open because I didn't put it out there. So say what you like. Tell me what you think. I don't have a problem with it. I love talking to you guys. And maybe you'll make me see something a little bit different. Doubt it, but maybe. All right, guys. Love talking to you. We'll see you next week for the reunion. All right, guys. Later. Bye.